Welcome to Sim Race TV, live tonight. The International Asphalt Association TireSkinz Grand National Series presented by Stansell Motorsports at Michigan International Speedway, race number 3. And it's going down here in Michigan. Everybody get ready. Qualifying underway. Got about 2 minutes left here in qualifying. And right now it looks like Ryan Kendricks, the man on top of the charts, as he put down the fastest lap of the session here. Let's take a look at his lap time. 39.170. Blake Mosley in second in the 123 Xfinity. 39.266 for Blake Mosley. Steve Baker in third. Dave Hunt, Richard Swaverly, Dustin Heath, Randy Brashear, Sean Freeman, Daniel Nanny, and Corey Stansell round out the top 10. And I apologize for the delay. We had a little bit of mishap happen to us over on the Facebook side. Not quite sure what happened there. So hopefully you guys have figured out what's going on, and we're watching, all together here. Let me double check here just real quick. All right, looks like everything seems to be working on Twitch and YouTube, and I do apologize about that little mishap there. Something went wrong with Facebook there when I don't know what happened. It just glitched out, man. So it's out of my hands, but qualifying is over. So you know what that means. It's time to grid these boys and girls up here for the third race of the season. Noah Samples, the winner of race number 1 at Daytona. Race number 2, he walks away with the win as well. So Noah Samples coming in to make it 3 in a row. Can he do it? Well, we're about to find out. These drivers are sitting down on pit road right now, getting ready to, well, actually already fired those cars up. Let's take a look at pit road. Everybody down there and ready to go, except for me, I guess. Sorry about that, but hey, when these cars get to pulling off on the pit road, we'll go through our starting grid here tonight for race number 3. So go ahead and get what you got to get and get ready. So we got a nice one coming to you here live on SRTV Network. And of course, I'm Jay Weezy up in the SRTV Network booth. If you got a driver that you're supporting out there, if you're a fan of one of these drivers, let me know who it is, what you want to ask them, and if a caution comes out, we'll try to get them up on the radio and talk to them for you. Here we go. Drivers pulling off onto the track right now. Looking at the 55 of Steve Baker at the moment. Did he come through and steal the pole away? I don't believe so. Not sure, the scoring hasn't updated quite yet. But Kyle Egger there in the 47 machine. And it looks like Steve Baker is our pole sitter here for race number 3. Kyle Egger going to be starting on the outside of him. And then right there in that second row on the inside, it's going to be the 123 machine of Blake Mosley. And he's going to have that 38 hard charging Rick Swaverly. Also, we got the 53 machine starting third row inside. It's going to be Dave Hunt. And then right behind them, who we got? Looks like the 96 of Dustin Heath going to be on the outside. Randy Brashears there. Or actually, Randy's going to be on the outside of Dave Hunt. Dustin Heath going to be in the inside of the 4th row there. Then we got the 87 of Sean Freeman, the 13 of Charles Silvas, the 45s out there on the track, as well as Daniel Nanny, the 24 of Troy Stuckwish, the 119 of Corey Stansell, the 63 of Chris Nabwernick, the number 6 cars, Dustin German. And here we go, boys and girls. It's green flag racing here at Michigan International Speedway for race number 3. Let's go. Kyle Legger off to an early lead in that 47 machine as he keeps that thing out in front of Steve Baker. The 55 had a great run last week at Las Vegas. The 123 of Blake Mosley in the mix as well. And the 38 of Richard Swavely looking good there in that machine. We got a pink car up there. You know who that is. Randy Brashears. Kyle Eggert looking good here early on as he's going to lead another lap there. And the 55 of Ryan Kendrick there sitting at number 2 spot. Richard Swaverly. And I believe I said the 55 was Steve Baker. I apologize for that. He's usually the 55 there when I'm watching him. Actually, he is not in the race here tonight, so do apologize for that. Top 3 looking good up front there. It's Egger, Kendrick, and Swaverly, along with Randy Brashears and Blake Mosley. They're going to go side by side. Let's watch this battle. We also have a battle right in front of them. The 38 looking to the inside of Kendrick. Swaverly backs off there. Here comes the 123 of Blake Mosley, Edgar Kendrick, Swaverly, and Mosley. Mosley taking another stab at that 38. Randy Brashears there running right in the footsteps. So we take a look from the rear view camera. I'm sorry. Let's get these. There we go. On board with Richard Swaverly right now, making his way down the backstretch. Got some good battling going on here early on. Blake Mosley dives it down into turn number 3. He's got that 38 cleared by an inch. But the 38 gets a good run, pulls right up back to the rear quarter panel of Blake Mosley there. Looks like Mosley will have that pass complete. And right behind them, the 23 of Randy Brashears trying to hold off the 96 machine of Dustin Heath. Dustin Heath been having a good run here this season. Very fast car in that Toyota Camry he's got. But he's got Dave Hunt, finished 3rd last week, I believe. 3rd, 2nd, or 3rd. He had a podium finish in that Toyota. I'm sorry, not Toyota. Dave Hunt is in a Chevrolet Camaro, but right now he is behind a Toyota. So I'm looking to see Dave Hunt. You know, he's going to have a pretty good run. I guarantee that. We're on board right here with Randy Brashears. As you see how these drivers dive down into turn number 1. Richard Swaverly takes a different line there, loses his momentum. That's going to allow Randy Brashears to pull right up to the inside of him, and they're going to go side by side off into turn number 3. What a terrible start to this race on my part, but a great job by all these drivers over here at the International Asphalt Association, IAA that is. The TireSkinz series here for the IAA. And this race has been brought to you by Stansell. Of course, Stansell Motorsports, that is. I'll give you another look at there. Stansell Racing, Stansell Motorsports. Either way, we're here in Michigan. We got trouble. Oh no, the 38 got hard lick into the outside wall. Dustin Heath spins it around as well in the 96. And that will bring out our first caution of the night. We're going to have to go back and look on the replay here. Let's take a look. Hang on just 1 second. Hey, I see you out there. Not sure where that one started, but we're about to find out right here. Oh, contact. Dave Hunt, Dustin Heath get together, bounces him right up into the 38. A Swavely tries to hang on to it, makes contact with Dustin Heath, spins him around like a top on the backstretch. Great drive by all the other drivers there to get through that one. Very nice, very nice. And we'll go back and look at it one more time here because Dustin Heath literally had nowhere to go. So we're going to jump on board here. He goes spinning around, man. Hate to see it for Dustin Heath. Believe they do have a quick repair, so he'll be back out there trying to, get himself back together. Let's go back live where these drivers are making green flag pit stops. Your current leader right now, the 87 of Sean Freeman, decides to stay out and lead a crucial lap, get that crucial bonus point there, but problem is he will not be able to make an entry onto pit road because he did not come down pit road. So if he does come down pit road, he will receive a penalty for that. Sean Freeman having a little bit of difficulty there. Here comes Kyle Egger. He's currently being scored in second. He will regain the lead here on the 4 fresh tires and a full tank of Sunoco Racing fuel. But he might have to line up against Sean Freeman, just depending on what Freeman does here. The 87, great looking car there. The Chevrolet Camaro, the TireSkinz Chevrolet Camaro. One of the better looking cars out there on the track, and I said it last week. I love the paint jobs these guys have, especially the TireSkinz paint jobs, and I'm sure they are very, very happy about having TireSkinz on board here. As you can see, I think 3 or 4 of these cars are representing the TireSkinz logo on their race car here. Sean Freeman is going to try to make his way on the pit road. I'm sorry, but pit road should be closed for the 87, which will cause him to receive a penalty, but I could be wrong. If we do have a car lap down, it might be open, and we do. Steve Baker, he is being scored 2 laps down. Looks like he missed the start of this one, so that's going to open the door there for Sean Freeman and allow him to lead a lap without receiving that penalty. But we're going to find out what happens here to Sean Freeman. But he did stay out, get that 1 bonus point. Is that the right call? Would you do that? Would you stay out for 1 point? Long way to go here. 11 laps into this one. 84 lap race here at Michigan for race number 3. And I see you, TireSkinz, over on Twitch. Good to see you on Twitch, man. I love Twitch a lot. Been going live over there quite a bit here in the last 2 weeks, man. So just love the support that Twitch, the Twitch family gives. They do a great job over there on Twitch. All right, next time we have a caution, who do you want to talk to, TireSkinz? You got 3 or 4 cars out there. I'll give you the pick, man. You call it. You can go with. Looks like the 13. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Charles Silvis is in the 13. Randy Brashears is my favorite machine out there. I know it's pink, but it's a beautiful car. Let's take a closer look of it here. The 23 of Randy Brashears. Man, he knows how to drive a race car, and he knows how to drive a good-looking race car because he's doing it here tonight. If there's anything I can do to make this better for you, let me know what it is, and we'll try to get that taken care of for you. But a great-looking car there. Randy Brashears behind the wheel of. All right, lights are going off on the pace car, this time by Kyle Edgar, your race leader. He's going to take the outside lane. Blake Mosley. It's going to be down on the bottom of that 123 machine. In the second row, we're going to have Dave Hunt, the 53, and the 13 of Charles Hollywood, Charles Silvis, we say. Ryan Kendrick, Daniel Nenny. In the third row, Randy Brashears, Corey Stansell. Fourth row, Noah Samples and Brandon Smith rounds out the top 10 here on this restart. Drivers ready as they make their way down the backstretch. The pace car getting set to pull off of the racing surface. And they're going to send these bad boys flying. High-speed action going on here at Michigan. Great racetrack. A lot of fun, huge racetrack, carries a lot of speed, a lot of momentum. So one of these drivers are going to win here tonight, and I believe it's who can keep up the momentum the best here, and we'll see. Hopefully we'll have some green flag pit stops coming up here in this one. Still a long way to go, about to go green on lap number 13, and they waste no time throwing the hammer down. We're back racing. Top 2 drivers side by side, third one into the 53. Oh no, Dave Hunt. That was Dave Hunt going for a ride right there. That is going to bring out our caution. So here we go. Let me know who you want to talk to and what you want to ask them. We'll try to find them on the radio. But first, let's take a look at the instant replay here. Crazy wreck there for the 53 of Dave Hunt. We're going to watch this one a couple times. Dave Hunt is down on the bottom there. The 13 of Charles Silvis up on the high side, and a little bit of contact looks like from the 55 of Ryan Kendrick. Turns the 53 of Dave Hunt right across his nose and up into the wall. And a hard hit there for him. We will take one more look at it here from the cockpit of the 55 machine, because it looks like we might get a better idea of what happened here. The 55 comes along the outside, and then there's our contact. And when you touch on somebody's right rear quarter panel like that coming off of the corner, it disables that car's way of turning left, and it actually turns that car right across the nose. So Ryan Kendrick has some damage from that one. And I'm not quite sure who all was involved in it. But, yeah, cautions, breed cautions. We had a pretty good little run here the first 10 laps before our first caution come out. But now we're on our second caution of the night. Kyle Edgar, still your leader. Let's see if we can talk to one of these drivers. Corey Stansell is Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
Yes, I do, Jay.
I didn't scare you, did I?
No.
Yeah, well, sometimes they say I scare them when I start yelling in the radio like that, man. But hey, we're under caution here for the second time of the night here. Got a pretty good run there on that first start, that initial start there, man. How's the car feel?
Oh, it feels good. It's just on these long runs, you just don't have to save the tires.
Oh, yeah, and we're definitely looking forward to some long runs there, man. Great paint job on that TireSkinz 119. You think you can park it in victory lane here, Corey?
I don't try my hardest.
Well, hey, man, I know you put in some work out there on this track, man, and I know you like to take it easy a little bit early, so you're looking good right now, running up front. Car looks nice and clean, man. Good luck to you, Corey. Maybe we'll talk to you here in a little bit.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Jay Weezy.
The 119 of Corey Stansell there. Great looking machine that is. Let's get a close up of Corey's car, man, because tell you what, these drivers sure do make it hard to pick the best looking car out there on the track. This one of the top dogs, man, I would have to say, you know, along with Randy Brashear, Sean Freeman, and I believe somebody else. There's 2 or 3 cars pretty much the same out there, just different color schemes. All right, Go Carter says, talk to the leader. Well, first, let's see. Kyle Egger up here. Lights are still on the pace car. Let's do it. What you want to ask him? I'll find him on the radio. Kyle Egger, Jay Weezy, you got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going?
Hey, man, another great start here for this race here at Michigan, race number 3 for you, man. How's the car feel? How's Michigan treating you so far?
Yeah, so far so good. I needed this after last week. I mean, I got tossed around pretty good, so we're gonna see what we got here. I was keeping pace to the group behind me, so as long as Dustin stays back there, I think we'll be okay. But I know a lot of these guys are fast here, and I mean, this track can throw curveballs any which way you want, so.
Absolutely, car looks good, man, and it's always fast. Last restart, you chose the outside lane. You doing that again here this time?
Yeah, I'll be doing that all night as long as I'm in the lead. I know Blake has had trouble passing on the inside on that official start, so we'll see here. We'll take the outside as long as we stay in the lead here.
All right, Kyle, man, always good talking to you. You know, you were requested, so you got some fans out there watching, man. Good luck to you. You're out there leading laps, man.
10-4, thanks.
All right, that was your race leader, the 47 machine of Kyle Egger, and he was talking about Dustin German. He's way back here in the SRTV Network Chevrolet Camaro. And, man, that car looks familiar. But, yeah, he's like, hey, man, long as Dustin's further away from me, we should be all right. He's leading laps. Dustin's back there currently scored in 10th. But do not count out the 6th machine. They did battle very hard for that championship last season, and I'm sure not a whole lot's going to be different this season. But right now, he's got his hands full of the 123 machine, Blake Mosley. And Blake Mosley knows how to get the job done, as he did it last season, closing out the season with a couple wins. Let's see if he can get a win here in Michigan, but he's going to have trouble. That 47 machine looking good here tonight. All right, get ready, get set. Here comes your restart. Riding along with Blake Mosley. Let's jump on Kyle Egger here as he gets a great jump over Blake Mosley and leaves the battle. And behind them, we got a side-by-side battle between Randy Brashears and the 45 of Daniel Nanny. Let's keep an eye on that battle as the leader is getting away from Blake Mosley. Here comes Charles Silva's powering up on the back end of the 123. of Blake Mosley. He's going to make the move to the inside, trying to take away that number 2 spot here from the 123. Mosley with the position as he goes into turn number 3 and 4. Charles Silvas has to keep it down on the bottom, loses a little bit of speed there, and will drop back into that 3rd position there in the 13 machine. So looks good for Charles Silvas here early on, and right behind him you can see the 45 of Daniel Nanny. Nanny having a good run here tonight as these drivers make their way down the backstretch. Corey Stansell currently sitting in the 6th position. And right behind him, we got a battle for that number 7 spot. Dustin German and Chris Nabernick going at it. Nabernick with a little bit of damage. Dustin German starting in the 10th position. He has gained. This will be 2 positions since the restart. So the number 6 is on the move. Watch out for the SRTV Network number 6 machine of Dustin German. And we got a few others. But right now, let's crank it up. Drivers making that long sweeping turn down through turns number 1 and 2, coming off on the backstretch. Still looking good for our leader, Kyle Edgar. And we have trouble further in the back. Looks like it's going to be the 25 machine of Brandon Smith. No caution here. I believe him and Chris Nabernick got together just a little bit. Let's take a look on the replay of what happened to these 2 drivers. The 40 of Steve Baker side by side with the 63. Little bit of contact there. Pushes the 63 up the track, but he had plenty of time to hang on to it. Just a large amount of contact there between him and the 25 of Brandon Smith there. And that will be the demise. It could be the demise of those drivers here, but we will go back live because up front, Kyle Edgar still leading this one. We do have a car coming on pit road. That would be the 63 of Chris Nabernick. Reddy Brashear starting to feel some pressure from behind there. The 45 machine all over the back end of him. Daniel Nanny looks like he has a little bit of damage on the front of his Ford Mustang. Still on board with Randy Brashears. Let's take a lap with the 23. One time around Michigan International Speedway. Let's see what it's like to go around here in these high-speed cars. .98 miles per hour as he heads off into turn number 1. Drops down to about 165 or so. You see a lot of throttle play here. These drivers getting out of the throttle there quite a bit. Looks like they're fighting a little bit of a tight a push coming off of the corner there through the center that might be a product of the 50% fuel. But right now, still green for 16 laps, actually 11 laps. The top 8 drivers stayed out on that last caution. Looks like contact. Dustin Heath makes a little bit of contact with someone. Didn't quite catch who it was. The 38's going to throw it down in there side by side with Noah Samples. Noah, winner of the first 2 races here, coming into tonight at Michigan, trying to make it 3 in a row. If you're just now tuning in, you're watching the International Asphalt Association's TireSkinz. Whew, that was close. Sorry, I was watching that, man. We're watching International Asphalt Association TireSkinz Grand National Series presented by Stansell Motorsports at Michigan International Speedway. Race number 3, Kyle Edgar, your leader up front. As he crosses the start-finish line, 26 laps led for him here tonight. He's led all but that 1 lap. And that lap was led by the 87 of Sean Freeman right now. Let's take a look at Freeman. He's sitting back here in the 13th position. Just kind of riding it out in that TireSkinz Camaro. We'll go back up front where we got a battle between Mosley and Brashears. Mosley looks to the inside. Looks like he's making a unscheduled or a scheduled pit stop. One of the two. The 123 on pit road here. Let's keep an eye on this guy. Not sure what's going on here with the driver of the 123, but he's going to come into his pit stop. Let's see if he takes 4 tires. No one else on pit road just yet. Mosley, the first taker. Not sure if that was scheduled or not, but he did go ahead and take 4 tires and fuel, so he's making his way back out on the racetrack as Randy Brashears comes flying by him there. He's got to stay down on the apron until he clears that blue cone. Then he can merge back up onto the racetrack where we have the 55. Oh no, the 45 of Daniel Nanny has trouble coming off of turn number 2. As he bump and grinds the outside wall there off of 2. Adds a little bit more damage to that 45, and it looks like he's going to make his way on the pit road here as he slows down his Ford Mustang here and works his way down to 55 miles per hour here at Michigan. Actually, I think it's 60. Yeah, it might be 60. Back up front, running in the number 2 position. It looks like Dustin German has made his way around Ryan Kendrick and Randy Brashears to take over the number 2 spot. Problem is, he is about 2 seconds, well, about one and a half seconds to 2 seconds behind our leader, Kyle Egger. Kyle Egger hits pit road, turns the lead over to Dustin German. Dustin German will lead that lap and get that bonus point as the 47 makes a scheduled pit stop. So it looks like these are scheduled pit stops here. And we also have the 55 of Ryan Kendrick coming in. So Nabernick says, I got hip checked off of 2 into the wall by the 25. Yeah, we caught that, man. You can actually go back on YouTube. You can rewind and go back and check out any of the past racing action that has already transpired. Twitch, not so much. You can do a clip, though. You can clip it. Noah Samples, your race leader right now out front. The 8 machine as the 119 of Corey Stansell has a brand new set of Goodyear Racing tires on his machine. Currently scored in 12th, but you see how fast he is. He is already pulled away from Noah Samples there. Just in about a half a lap, he's gained, I don't know, 20 car lengths on Noah Samples. So when will Noah Samples pit, and how will pit strategy come into play here at Michigan tonight? 50 laps to go here. Noah Samples stays out once again. I'm not sure if they can make 25 laps to be able to make it on one more stop. If he comes in now, it'll be 2 stops, counting this one either way, but you see how much speed he's losing there to the 45 of Daniel Nanny. Nanny moves to the inside, able to clear him with ease as they come through turn number 3 and 4. Noah Samples might be saving a little bit of fuel. You see he's about 185 or so, 188, coming across the start-finish line, down into turn number 1. So maybe not. He hit about 194 there on that straightaway. Richard Swaveley holding down the number 2 spot there in the 38, as you see right in front of the driver we're watching right here, the 87 of Sean Freeman. And let's take a peek behind Sean Freeman. Actually, Sean Freeman coming on the pit road here this time. Scheduled stop here for the 87. So 2 more drivers coming on pit road here. Looks like Sean Freeman and Troy Stuckwish on pit road. Noah Samples still out front. Richard Swaveley running strong in the number 2 spot right now. And let's go back one more position here. The 067, that is Keith Steele. And I believe this might be his first start here for the IAA, but I know Keith Steele pretty well. Very good driver out there. Currently running 3rd. He's been out there for 22 laps, so that tells you right there how many laps they can at least get 22. And we're going to watch Noah Samples here, our race leader, because this will tell us how far we can go on fuel. And here he comes on the pit road, 22. This will be 23 laps when he comes across the start-finish line. And wow, almost come in way too hot, but he got it woe down there just in time, hopefully. Maybe we'll find out here on this pit stop if he did get a penalty coming in too hot there on the pit road. Slides right into a box perfectly. Great pit stop by Noah Samples. I didn't know he could make such great pit stops, but great job there coming on the pit road. And you see right behind him, Keith Steele opts to come in with him. That's going to turn the lead over. And he did not get a penalty on entry, so great pit stop for Noah Samples. He got about every bit that he could get out of it. That's going to turn the lead over here. Kyle Egger out front by 4.2 seconds. So huge lead for Kyle Egger right now. Right behind him, in second, is Blake Mosley. Running in 3rd, Randy Brashears. This is after green flag stops here. And Dustin German sitting in the number 4 spot. Ryan Kendrick sitting in the 5th spot there in the 55 and the 13 of Charles Silvas. Ryan Kendrick, he's pretty much a master of consistency. Let's say, let's call him the master consistency or something. You know, we got to think of a nickname for this guy because he knows how to make that Ford Mustang show up each week and bring out great results. Right now, Kyle Egger is way out front. Does anybody have anything for this guy, the 47? He is making it look easy right now. He's been out there for about 9 laps. Dustin German makes his way around Randy Brashears to take over the number 2 spot here. Now he's trying to run down Kyle Egger. He doesn't have his, well, he's got a little bit better tires than Kyle Egger, only by 1 lap, so not much of an advantage for Dustin German. The advantage will go to Kyle Egger. Kyle Egger way out in front of him, 4.2 seconds out in front of the second place machine. And then it's pretty tight from there on back. Randy Brashears, Blake Mosley, Ryan Kendrick, Charles Silvas, and Corey Stansell. Dustin German starting to close in on Kyle Egger, and I was looking at the car there on the 47. Looks like he's got a little bit of right front damage there. It's causing the car to become a little bit tighter and a little bit slower on these straightaway speeds here, and it's allowed Dustin German to close that gap ever so slightly. The lap times are a lot different here. Kyle Egger last time by was a 40.9. Dustin German was a 40.39. Pretty much a 40.4. So a half a second faster right now is the leader, Dustin German. He takes over the lead. That time by, Kyle Egger gets into the wall. Coming off of turn number 2. That's going to hurt him just a little bit more. And we lose our leader. Wow. As soon as German takes the lead, he has a little bit of trouble. He's back, so thankfully for him, you know, he didn't get booted up out of here, but he's fine, he's fine. Not what he wants to see. Definitely what Kyle Egger wants to see. And speaking of Kyle Egger, here he comes. He's on pit road. Wow, he come in so hot. He almost locked up those brakes and threw that thing towards the inside wall. But he hung on to it. He hung on to it. He's doing 60 miles per hour down pit road here, trying to make a perfect pit stop here and get back out on the track. After being out there for 19 laps. I'm interested to see how these pit strategies are gonna play out. Noah Sample stayed out for quite a while longer than everyone else on that last stop. Dustin German only stayed out 1 lap past Kyle Egger, but this time he's still out on the racetrack, so he's staying out a little bit longer. It's going to be about 21 laps to go. German having some issues with his connection. Will that take him out of this one? Well, we're going to find out right now. He's going to make his way onto pit road. It's going to turn the lead over to Randy Brashears. Nope. Noah Samples will retake the lead because Randy Brashears and Dustin German both on pit road, as well as Hollywood Charles Silvis and Daniel Nanny making his way out back on the racetrack. Steve Baker in his pit stall there in the 40 machine, currently being scored, I think, 2 laps down. I think he's 2 laps down. He's looking for a caution so that he can be the lucky dog. Dustin German makes his way on to the track. That's going to make it 21 laps to go. Actually, 30. I'm sorry. I can't count. 30 laps to go, and I know they can't get 30 laps, so you might see 15 lap stints here, or you might see one of these drivers take 2 tires to see if that'll work for them. Maybe it'll loosen it up, could possibly tighten it up. You're just going to have to be a gambling man and try to see what happens here. And if you do it and get the win, it'll be a race-winning call, and I would admire that. Great call, but I doubt that'll happen here on a huge track like Michigan. 2 tires definitely would be a lot of trouble. As we see a battle between Dustin German and Blake Mosley. German, that connection with German has not been sorted out quite yet. Here comes Kyle Egger up onto the back of Blake Mosley. Mosley's been out there for about 7 laps. He might be on a great strategy here, because if that, yeah, Blake Mosley might have something figured out with his pit strategy that could possibly win him the race. I do not doubt that at all. The Coast to Coast Motorsports driver of the 123 might be on to something here. So stay tuned to find out how this is going to play out. We have a lot of drivers on different strategies here right now. Noah Samples still out on the track. He's been out there for 18, this will be 19 laps this time by. And he can run 3 more laps, which would give him 24 to go or so. 24, 25 laps to go. I doubt you can run that far. I think the longest I've seen somebody stay out was the 8 of Noah Samples, and he stayed out for 22 laps. So can you save 3 laps at Michigan in a 25 lap run? I don't know. Seems like it's impossible if you ask me, but you never know what could happen here. Some of these drivers are just genius, and they just know how to get it done. And right now, Noah Sample's still leading laps out there. Let's take a look. So far, he's led 12 laps here tonight. His fastest lap is a 39.419. Started 17th, so he gained about 16 spots so far. Let's see, the fastest lap on the track would be a 0.52 of Blake Mosley. 39.052 for Blake Mosley, and here comes Noah Samples. He's going to pass the torch to, looks like, Keith Steele. And Keith came in with Noah Samples last time. This time he said, no, I'm gonna stay out 1 more lap. And it might be a great call if he has enough fuel to do it. And I believe he does. This is his 22nd lap, so I believe he has enough fuel to do it. I do think he will come on the pit road here this time. Pretty sure he's out of fuel here. And here he comes, new leader. It's going to hand it over to the 6th machine of Dustin German. And we're going to go through your running order. It's Dustin German, Kyle Egger, Randy Brashears, Ryan Kendrick, and Blake Mosley, your top 5. German and Randy Brashears on the same pit strategy. They've been out there for 7 laps. Ryan Kendrick and Kyle Egger, pretty close to the same strategy. Ryan's been out for 8. Kyle's been out for 9. The longest run so far is Blake Mosley. He's been out there for 12 laps. On this run, he's got about 10 more laps of fuel in that 123. And Keith Steele making his way back out onto the track. Great race here so far. Started off a little bit rough. They had a caution at about lap number 8 or 9, and then another one around lap number 12 to make it 2 cautions for tonight here, but it's been green ever since. And that's exactly what Dustin German wants to see as green flag racing. Started 16th, started in the back. Kept his nose clean. Now he's up front here leading this one, and he's been out there leading for about 5 laps so far, so he will get a bonus point for leading a lap. But I believe Kyle Egger, let's take a look at Kyle Egger. He's still being scored in second, and I do believe, let's take a look at his car. He does have a little bit of right front damage. So he is hanging on to that number 2 spot, even with a little bit of damage. So he is having a great run here. Very fast car. I'd love to see just how much faster he would be if he didn't have that little bit of right front damage there when he got into the wall for turn number 2. I'm not sure. I know that was the second time he got into the wall. Maybe turn 2 has been an issue for Kyle Egger, but I'm not quite sure where he got off into the wall at the initial time he got into the wall. Randy Brashears, man, been quiet all night. We haven't talked a whole lot about him or the driver right behind him, Ryan Kendrick. These 2 drivers running very consistently, 3rd and 4th place right now, and they are duking it out. Look at the run from the 55 of Ryan Kendrick. He's gonna pull up and stick his nose in on the inside there of the 23. Here they go, side by side, coming off a turn number 4. Can Ryan Kendrick get that speed up? Or will the 23 of Randy Brashears be able to hold on to it? Looks like Randy's going to hold on to it as they go off into turn number 1. Let's do it one more time. Turn up those speakers. Here we go. I tell you what, these 2 drivers, they have been going at it for the past 10 laps. '23 decides to come on the pit road. Final pit stop here for Randy Brashears. Be looking for our leaders come in here too. Dustin German out on the racetrack right now. Let's take a look at our leader. Coming down the backstretch off into turn number 3. intentions and coming on the pit road this time by, and he will lead another lap here in Michigan. Kyle Edgar going for it. He's on pit road right now, making a pit stop here, trying to get in and out of pit road before the sixth machine, our race leader, and he has done it here so far. So I'm interested to see how long will Dustin German stay out. And a great stop by the 55 as well, as these two drivers are going to be battling each other off of pit road. The 47 going to get out in front of the 55 right here. And they're going to blend in here. Randy Brashears and the 25, I believe. No? All right, Dustin German making his way on the pit road for his final pit stop, along with the 40 of Steve Baker. And we also have Richard Swaverly on pit road as well. Let's get a better look. Richard Swaverly there, the 53, the 40, and the 6. And the 96 just made his way off of pit road. So that's going to put the lead back to the number 8 of Noah Samples. Probably a good call for Sean Freeman. And Noah Samples on pit road, along with the 25 making his way on the pit road. Brandon Smith coming down. Said he's ready to get 4 new tires and some fuel and see what he can do. But let's go take a look at the 87 of Sean Freeman, who stayed out to lead a lap to get that bonus point. Not sure if that affected him or not. But if paint jobs made you go fast, he definitely has a fast paint job for sure. Richard Swaverly behind him in the 38, the X-Side Ford Mustang, sitting in 12th right now. Corey Stansell behind him just was put 1 lap down by our leader, Dustin German. That will make him the lucky dog if the caution comes out. The first car 1 lap down. Steve Baker came from 2 laps down. Now is only 1 lap down. Blake Mosley sitting right here in 7th. Still got a pretty clean race car. A little bit of damage there on the nose, the right side of it. And oh, he almost gets into the wall there coming off of turn number 2. That would have really hurt, pounding that wall like that there. All right, let's go through the field and take a look. 10 laps to go. Our leader up front, Dustin German, lead them around in the SRTV Network Chevrolet Camaro. Second place, still the 47 of Kyle Edgar. He's managed to hang on to his number 2 spot despite having a little bit of right front damage. He's tried everything and threw the book at it. Just not enough to take the lead from Dustin German, but he has led the most laps here tonight. 40 laps led by the 47 of Kyle Edgar. Third place is what did I say? The 55, the master of consistency, The Tech Data Ford Mustang running strong, and he's looking to finish on the podium. That is, if he can keep it out in front of this guy, the 23 machine of Randy Brashears in the TireSkinz Chevrolet Camaro. He started 8th, and he's looking good. About to finish in the top 5 here as he's coming to 8 laps to go. Running 5th is the number 8 machine. The winner of the last 2 races, I believe, unless there was some type of protest, Noah Samples in the CNC Construction Chevrolet Camaro, running pretty good. He's led 14 laps here tonight. Behind him, we have the Coast to Coast Motorsports iRacing iFlag Chevrolet Camaro, the 123 of Blake Mosley. He started 3rd, dropped back a couple spots, hasn't led any laps, but he's running strong in the number 6 spot. And behind him, running in 7th, we got our Ford EcoBoost number 45 of Daniel Nanny. He started 11th, and he gained himself 4 spots, sitting there in 7th, looking good. Great run by Daniel Nanny here tonight. Right behind him, the 96 of Dustin Heath. It looks like quite a bit of right front damage, and no sponsors on that 96 machine. So if you're looking to sponsor a driver, hey man, look, there you go. You got a whole car. You can paint however you want it. Put your logos all over it, I'm sure. Get in contact with Dustin Heath. And, you know, don't take anything I say. Sitting in 9th is Hollywood Charles Silvas in the Coast to Coast Motorsports Orange, White, and Black SRTV Network, the iRacing iFlag number 13 Chevrolet Camaro, looking good here, sitting in 9th. Sitting in 10th, we got the 38 of Richard Swavely. Having a great run here, rounding out the top 10, the X-Side Ford Mustang. And it hasn't led any laps. He has dropped back 4 spots, but he's managed to hang on to a top 10 here so far. Sean Freeman, he has led a lap. He led one earlier in the TireSkinz Chevrolet Camaro here, the Coast to Coast Motorsports number 87. Freeman with a clean car out there, having a pretty good run here tonight. And right behind him is going to be the 067, the Napa Auto Parts Chevrolet Camaro of Key Steel. He started 19th. He's up to 12th after running around with quite a bit of damage for a little while. That might have set him back there. Sitting in 13th right now, the 40 machine of Steve Baker, the Richmond Water Heaters Chevrolet Camaro with Menards on the rear quarter panel of that thing. Baker sitting strong in the 14th spot. Corey Stansell looks like maybe having a little bit of a connection issue. He's supposed to be 13th, and he has a lot of damage on that machine. You see it right there. We lost Corey Stansell right. And now he's back. Now he's back. All right, Corey Stansell having some issues right now. And it looks like Steve Baker coming up on the back end of him. But we're going to have to switch off of that. Let's watch Baker here. Baker's got his hands full of a blinking number 129. It's going to be 3 laps to go this time by, but before we do that, let's take a look at the 25 of Brandon Smith. He's sitting there in the number 15 position in the Red Bull Toyota Camry. Behind him, we got Dave Hunt in the 53, and we do have a few cars out of this one. Troy Stuckwish, Chris Nabernick, and Jason Nash are behind the wall. So let's go back up front to our race leader, Dustin German, as he's looking to park his SRTV Network Chevrolet Camaro in victory lane here after starting way back in the back in 16th. He's managed to lead 25 laps here tonight, but only 2 more times around for him. And he will seal the deal here tonight for race number 3 at Michigan International Raceway for the International Asphalt Association's TireSkinz Grand National Series. He will get the 1 to go this time by. And next week they're going to go to Phoenix. Then they're off to Iowa, and then Watkins, Glen, Bristol, and then the chase is going to start. So it's going to be interesting. And let's take a look. Tell you a little bit about the point standings here. Noah Samples has a 5-point lead over Dustin German. Ryan Kendricks in third, only 8 points out. Randy Brashears is 11 points out, tied with Kyle Egger for the number 4 and 5 spot. But that's going to do it. The checkered flag waving for Dustin German as he pulls off the victory here for the IAA TireSkinz Grand National Series at Michigan. You're looking at your winner. Started in the back, kept it together, kept it clean, and he's going to be able to park his car in victory lane. Great job by Dustin German to be able to take home the win here tonight for the IAA TireSkinz Grand National Series. Race number 3. He thought he had it wrapped up last week. Just couldn't get it done there after battling with Noah Samples. But here tonight, he managed to get it done over Kyle Egger. But Kyle Egger did a great job to finish in the top 5. Your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Dustin German. They call him Boss. He's burning them down on the start-finish line here at Michigan for his first win of the season. And I'm sure he's excited about it here. Great race by all the drivers here tonight. And we're going to talk to the drivers that finish in the top 3, so don't go nowhere. But first, let's take a look at our race results for tonight's race here. Dustin German pulls off the win. Ryan Kendrick brings it home in second. The master of consistency. I told you he's good. Noah Samples in third. Kyle Egger, Randy Brashears, Blake Mosley, Dustin Heath, Daniel Nanny, Charles Silvas, Hollywood that is, and Richard Swaverly is going to round out the top 10. Sean Freeman is going to bring it home in 11th. Keith Steele, 12th. Steve Baker brings it 13th. Corey Stansell, Brandon Smith, and Dave Hunt. Then you got your 3 that took it behind the wall. Troy Stuckwish, Chris Nabernick, and Jason Nash. Not the night they wanted here at Michigan. But a great job by all the drivers that showed up here tonight. And I really enjoyed calling it. There's your winner, folks. Dustin German. Dustin German sitting in victory lane. And he's waiting on an interview. So we're going to talk to him. We're going to talk to our third place driver first. So hang tight. All right, first we're going to talk to our third place finisher tonight. 2-time winner here this season. It's going to be the driver of the number 8 machine. And his name is Noah Samples. And he started 17th and brought it home third. Noah Samples, you got a copy?
Unfortunately.
Well, man, it was a tough little race for you starting 17th. Different pit strategy. It seemed like you figured it out, though, man, to be able to come home on the podium, man. What was the key?
Taking care of your car, letting it. What I found the biggest thing was, backing up your entry and letting the car settle. Just keeping your front grip under you, as that was the name of the game.
Yeah, well, you won the first 2 races this season, man. What kept you from winning here tonight? Was you just not willing to start up front?
Yeah, I've never been here, so it was a new one on me. I just wanted to get out of here with a decent finish.
Absolutely, man. What was the trick to your pit strategy? Was there some kind of method to the madness that you did? Because I seen you stayed out a little bit different. You guys all had a little bit different pit strategies there, and it looked like 22 laps was about as far as you could get it to go.
Yeah, I was doing some calculations, and I figured I could have made it, and I think it was on 2 stops, but you ended up needing a 3rd one. But it is what it is, and we'll go on to the next one.
Yep, we're off to ISM, man. Phoenix, I believe we're going to. Is that right?
Yep.
And going to Phoenix. Heading up there. And then Iowa, man. Hey, you did it though, man. You finished on the podium, and I believe you're going to walk out of here still the points leader. So it's pretty much a victory in my eyes, man. How do you feel about that?
I'll take it. Keep the points and just keep her rolling.
Oh yeah, and I also see an IDA logo on that machine. Tell us about that.
Yeah, if you didn't know, we're bringing the International Dirt Association back, so you can go over and check us out. We are this past week we was at USA, and this week I'm not sure where we'll be heading to, but come on out, super late models.
Yeah, man, if you want to find out how to get in contact with the International Dirt Association, check on some of our YouTube videos, man. There's some races from last season on there. It's got all the information you need for them. Hey, man, good job out there tonight, Noah. You managed to pull it off and bring it home on the podium, man. Anybody want to thank?
You broadcasting, mom, dad, brother, family, Cal Perry, Mark Stoops, Blake. I don't know if I think Blake, but yep.
Hey, man, good talking to you again. Great job out there tonight, buddy.
Thank you.
That was Noah Samples, man. I gave him a hard time last week, but I think he knows, it's all in good fun, man. It's all in good fun. But great job by the driver of the number 8. We're going to move on. We're going to move on to the driver of the number 55 machine. He dropped back to 16th, but he started on the pole here tonight, and then he managed to bring it home in 2nd tonight here. Ryan Kendrick, you got a copy? Come on, Ryan.
I got you.
Hey, all right, man. Hey, it's been a while, man. I'm glad to hear you. And, watching you out there tonight and had me thinking back to a lot of the previous races and what I've seen from you as a driver over the last season or two. I came up with a nickname for you, man. Master of Consistency, man. You've always got a fast car, and you know how to get it up in that top 5. And, I think you're due for a win, though, Ryan, man. Tell us about your race tonight, and what do you think about that, man? You going to park it in victory lane for us soon?
Yeah, 2 back-to-back seconds. I think really last week I didn't really, more just got lucky, kind of. But I think this week I really car to get to 2nd, and I think if I didn't really have that wreck, might have had a shot at Dustin, but he was better than everyone.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But you know how to put it together. You get some pretty good pit strategy here tonight. Did that play any way of bringing home that 2nd place finish here tonight? What was your method in pit strategy here?
Well, when I got in that pitted, then I was gonna stay out and probably had the same strategy as Noah did, but I just pit when everyone with Blake pitting because I knew that mean a lot more there. But I think I probably could have came out around the same because Noah finished third on the other strategy.
Yeah, those last few laps, man, you just seen that 47 of Kyle Egger just getting closer and closer, man. What was going through your mind as you got closer and closer to him?
Yeah, I was catching him. Before that, I'd have run down Randy for a while there, and then once I got around him, I just there for me to get to Kyle and get around him.
Yeah, and you made a pretty smooth pass there coming off of turn number 2, man. Brought it home second here tonight, and you always seem to do pretty good, man, as long as you have the luck to go with it. So I look forward to seeing you in victory lane. I'm pretty sure you're going to pull it off soon. Next week we're going to Phoenix, man. What's your thoughts on that?
Probably the first time I've been there, so I think it was the first time I went to Vegas last week too, and that worked out okay.
Well,
maybe we can get one spot better than second.
Absolutely. You just need that one more spot, man. But hey, second's better than last, and I'll take second over 5th or 6th any day, man. Good job out there tonight. It's always fun watching you, and I'm glad I got to talk to you. Anybody want to think?
I'm good.
All right, Ryan, man. Good luck next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, I think he had he's a daddy. I think he had his little girl, kind of cut him short there, man. But I know he wants to thank the league and all that good stuff, man. But we're going to move on here to our winner. Dustin German managed to park it in victory lane here after starting in the back. He led 27 laps, and he brought out a new paint job here tonight. Dustin German, it's Jay Wiz, you got a copy.
What's going on, Jay? How you doing?
Hey, man, I seen you got the new paint job here tonight. You think that played a role, giving you a little bit of luck here? You're parking it in victory lane for the first time this season. What was the strategy out there?
Yeah, I kind of missed qualifying there, so I had to start in the back. It was just go, go, go. That was the the theme for the night, man. But a little tighter than I expected there on the exit of the turns, but we made it happen.
Yeah, and the green flag pit stops and all that green flag racing usually plays into your favor. You think you could have got it done otherwise?
I'd like to think we could. The car was fast. That's about 5 laps. It seemed like I was a little bit faster than everybody else was. I was able to roll the center a little bit better, I think, and get my speed off exit. Yeah, I can't say enough about this car, man. Like you said, new paint scheme. It was bad.
Yeah, man. How hard was it to make those passes out there? Was there a certain place you were doing it?
Exit of 2, man. It seemed like everybody was just real tight off of 2, including myself. It just depended on how you picked up the throttle off center there when you got back to gas. A lot of guys were struggling there off of 2. They just wanted to just keep pushing the front tires up the track no matter what you did. So I think that was our strong suit there. I kind of figured that out early and played into my, to my wheelhouse there.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of different pit strategies out there, man. What was the method in yours? How did you come up with the way you was coming on the pit road?
I was just pretty much keeping up with everybody else for the most part of the 3/4 of the race, and then there at the end, I knew I had to do something different. I didn't want to take 4 and just be like one of the guys. So I just had to go for the win. So I took 2 tires and put some fuel in the thing, and she stuck, and it actually handled better on 2 tires, which was really surprising. It actually would cut off the exit of the turn if you put the throttle down. So that was pretty surprising. It felt a little faster, but I'm just glad we got a win, man. We've had a shot at every race this year. Probably should or could have won both the first 2 races, and finally pull it off on one of my favorite tracks is a pretty big deal.
Well, that's pretty cool, man, because, I was talking about 2 tires, and do you come in after 15 and take 4, or do you run it out, take 2? How would the car handle So it's pretty cool to see that you took 2 tires, man, and you managed to be able to bring home the win, man. But earlier in the race, you know, you was probably about 4.5 seconds behind Kyle Edgar. How'd you get back so far there?
Yeah, just like I said, man, on the exit of the turns, especially the 2, it was just real dicey. I mean, you just really couldn't pick up the throttle as soon as it seemed like you could. Because you'd pick it up and the car would turn and you get the late exit of 2 and it would just plow the front, you know, the nose. And I think that's where I was just gaining on him. Because when I got back to second place after the pit stops, like you said, I was 4.5 seconds behind Edgar, man, and I just picked him off, you know, in no time. And once I got to him and got by him, I was able to walk away.
Yeah, man, excellent job out there tonight. First race of the season that you parked it in victory lane. How's it feel?
Man, it feels really good after all the attrition we went through the last 2 weeks, and especially last week. That was a hard pill to swallow, but you know, that's in the past. We're looking forward, trying to win all these races, man. That's my plan.
Yeah, I feel like you're coming back this season with a vengeance, man. After a hard loss to Kyle Edgar for the championship, you guys went heads up at it at Richmond, man, and he walked away from you there and stole that championship from you, man. So I guess you're on a mission this season.
Yeah, that was a good race, man. It came down to, you know, which line should you be in, and I've always been the type of guy that would just stay in the same line, but kind of learned that race, man. You need to move around, and I think I've applied that to everything I've done so far since then, and it's really helped me out. So I think I learned a little bit there. You know, you got to lose one to win them. That's what I've always heard. So we're out to win this one.
Absolutely, yeah. And you know, I even search around out there too. Sometimes you end up losing a few tenths searching, but you know, if it works out, you end up gaining a few tenths, and it works out in your favor, man. Hey, good job out there tonight. Congratulations on the first win of the season. And I look forward to seeing you in victory lane here. We're going to Phoenix next week. What's your thoughts on next week?
Yeah, man, I'm optimistic. I think we can go win there, man. I really think we got a good car, and you know, I really think we can win any race. You know, it's probably going to be a little bit tougher next week, a little bit more close quarters action, but you know, like I said, we got a fast car, man, and like you said, I'm on a mission. I'm out here to, you know, really perform this year.
Hey, man, congratulations. You got it done. Led 27 laps in the process. Anybody want to thank?
Yeah, I want to thank Blake, man, for putting on the league, International Asphalt Association, all the guys here that come out and race every week. They usually have a good turnout. This was a good race. You know, we had a green flag runs. I'm glad it was able to stay green till the end, and you know, there's guys in the league that put up money, and they don't always run the best, but they're just out here for fun, man. That's what it's really all about when it comes down to the end of the day. And SRTV on the hood, man, I think that adds another 50 horsepower.
Hey, man, I appreciate you running that. It does really make me feel good. You showing support for me out there, man, and you know, it looks good running up front. So hey, maybe you can do it again next week. Congratulations on the win. Hey, good luck next week as well.
Yeah, thank you, Jay.
That was Dustin German, the driver of the number 6, started 16th and parked it in victory lane here for the International Asphalt Association's TireSkinz Grand National Series here at Michigan International Speedway for race number 3. And we're coming back next week at 9:40 Eastern Time, Thursday. And we're headed to ISM Phoenix, some people call it. I hope everybody enjoyed the race tonight. I know I had a lot of fun watching these guys out there. And for everybody that shows support over on Twitch and YouTube, sorry that it didn't work out on the Facebook side. Not quite sure what happened there. I was watching it. We were live there at first, and it just went away. I don't know. Something weird happened there, but we managed to make it come back really quick and on the spot there on YouTube and Twitch. So thanks for everybody out there watching. Thanks to all the drivers for showing up. And don't forget, next week, it's going to be Phoenix, and you know how it is. It's hot in Phoenix. So come back and watch that one to see who's going to be able to pull off the win. Thanks to Stansell Racing for bringing you this racing action here on SRTV Network. And that's going to do it this week. So for SRTV Network, iRacing, iFlag, TireSkinz, and Stansell Racing, I'm Jay Weezy, everybody. Have a great night. See you next week.